Hello again and welcome to Cup of Joe. As always, I'm your host Jason McNeil. Today on the show, I'd like to discuss the Toronto Police, more specifically what's been going on recently and culminating with the resignation or the retirement of Deputy Chief Peter Sloly. Now, I believe this is a far deeper issue than just the retirement of one cop, even just based on the shenanigans that went on prior to it. So basically, how does it start off? It starts off, the Deputy Chief of Police is giving a speech, I believe it's at U of T, and he's talking about modernizing the police force, modernizing how we do policing. And he's talking about trying to save money, cut the budget. And he's saying that we can do this if we were to modernize and focus on prevention as opposed to criminal response or a response to crimes. We can actually cut 200, 300, 400 people from the force. We don't need to be paying all these salaries, which is a big part of the budget, right? It's 90%. Now, as you would imagine, this was not greeted kindly by the police association. Surprisingly a little bit, it was accepted by the mayor, then sort of pasted over with like a asterisk by the mayor. Here's what happens. Peter Sloly makes these comments, and then the head of the police association comes out. He says that guy has sour grapes. He's just bitter because he was passed over for the chief job, and now he's just trying to stir the pot. He's just a bitter guy. Now keep in mind, this is the deputy chief of police, and he's being spoken about by the head of the police union, the police association. This guy is a cop who has paid his dues, put in his time, and what happens? Under the bus you go. Why? Because you have crossed the thin blue line, and this is what makes me scared. So what happens after all of this goes down? The chief comes out, the chief is like, oh, I don't know what he's talking about. We've been modernizing, we've been having these discussions, we're doing all this stuff. Now, if that's true, and the mayor said the same thing, and then eventually the head of the police association, Mike McCormick, says the same thing, if all that's true, what was the controversy when the guy said the comments? Why was it, oh, sour grapes, right? If that's true, if that's what we're doing. So then, all of a sudden, vacation time for Sloly. He's off. He says, my pipes burst in my house, or some nonsense excuse, and he's out of the public eye for a while the mayor and the head of the police association and the chief of police all get on the same page, on board, and they figure out how we're going to stamp this coming out. How are we going to narrate this? We're going to put out comments to the effect that we're in the midst of doing this. We're right now modernizing the police, the way that we police in Toronto, and all these things are happening. It was just a misunderstanding. Peter Sloly comes back from his paid vacation, says, oh yeah, no, we're all on the same page. I don't know what the controversy was about either. And within a month from the time he made the original comments, the deputy chief of police has retired. No longer wants to be a Toronto police officer, in spite of the fact that all of the things he was talking about, these are the priorities of the police. This is what they've been doing. Why isn't he named to head up a team to start modernizing? Why isn't he leading that charge? Why aren't they giving him that job? No, they're apparently making his job such that he no longer wants it. He's not there anymore. Now, he won't say that I was pushed out. He's going to say, I'm doing it. He's now towing the line as he's supposed to. And that should scare everybody. Okay? Now, let's look at where policing is going. Because we just had a discussion about the police budget, right? And Michael Thompson, he was trying to get them to cut $25 million from $1 billion budget. You think we could get that done? No. Every year, the Toronto Police Service Board, which represents us, makes recommendations. The Toronto Police ignore those recommendations and add money to their budget. And then the City Council is set to make a decision. Do we go with what was recommended by the people, or do we go with what the police want and we give the police what they want? We never cut it. $25 million is like a 2% rollback of salaries if it's only salaries. It's not completely unheard of. It's not like the end of the world. This could be done, and it can be done very easily, but it's not going to be done. And what do they say? Well, this is the police. It would be haphazard to just cut money from the police and expect them to deal with that. How's that going to be different next year? Because John Tory says, I believe they're modernizing. I believe next year we'll see a change. And if we don't, what happens, John Tory? Do we pull the leash or not? Because clearly it's not something we have the appetite to do. We talk about the police budget, we talk about the spending, but clearly it's not something we're actually willing to dig into, right? And to act like if we cut $25 million, we've just ignored expert, we didn't have any research, we didn't look into it. The people making the budget are supposed to be professionals. The people who make the police budget, they're professionals. So when we say you have $25 million less, we're leaving professionals who fully understand what they're doing to now do it with $25 million less. We're not putting incompetent people, stupid people there. It's the same group of people. And they know what they're doing, they know what they can cut, and they know where to go. They just don't have to. Because we're police, we're treated differently. Now, the head of the police union, Mike McCormick, I would like to know, has he ever made any of you feel more confident in the police? Every time the guy opens his mouth, I lose confidence in this group of people. I feel like I should have less expectations on them. I feel like they need more from me. I feel like I can have no sort of no form of recourse if something happens to me. Look what happened to Sloly. And now if I have a problem with the way police are behaving or with the way police have done things, where do I go? Who do I speak to? And how do I prevent them from punching me in the face about it? Like, let's be serious. This is, you know what I mean? Like, this is a very powerful police officer who's been around for a long time and you just gone. I'm just a regular citizen who's accusing a cop of something maybe. That's not going to fly with me, right? Now, I encourage you, go and look up Mike McCormick, okay? Because he don't let the sweetheart glasses fool you. This guy is no Boy Scout, all right? This guy has been charged with several things while he was a police officer. Okay, he's been charged with corruption. He's been charged with insubordination. He's only once been convicted of insubordination, but he was convicted. Don't get it twisted, right? He was coincidentally convicted on the same day David Miller announced he's no longer running for a third term. So that was the news of the day. This guy who's about to be the head of the police association being convicted of insubordination, which was actually, and this is the scary part, it was actually for using the police database and information and looking up information on someone for not police purposes, for his own purposes. And here's a guy that supports carding, right? Well, what is carding? We need to keep information on people who have not done anything criminal, and we need to keep it indefinitely. For what? So that when one day you can use it against them? That does not make a lick of sense. And then, quite frankly, when you hear his comments on carding, we had a shooting downtown. And Mike McCormick's comments as well, we can't card anymore. We've taken this tool away from our police. If you're telling me the police cannot engage the public without doing it in a racist manner, I'm sorry, that is not helping me feel better about the police. If you're telling me the police cannot engage the community in a way that's respectful, that is not making me feel better about police. And if you're telling me that the people who do stand and speak to the police, by the way, so everyone, you don't have to speak to them. If you haven't done anything wrong, you don't have to speak to them at all. You can leave. This was the hang-up. They didn't want to tell you that. This was the whole carding issue. Was they were saying, you can card, but you have to tell them they don't have to stay and talk to you. And the police were like, no, we're not going to do that. No, we can't do that. We have to have people not knowing their rights or we can't do our jobs. No, that's bananas. That's nonsense and it's garbage and it means that you guys are failing us. So, yeah, I don't know. Mike McCormick, in my estimation, the guy's got to go. He's doing nothing but bad for the police. Do look it up. I mean, be a judge for yourself, right? Look it up. Look up his family, see what they have done. His father was the chief of police. His brother was in some trouble too. Got some charges on him for, I don't know, it was bribery or something. Honestly, it's not a good situation right now with the police. But that's my opinion, as always. Jason McNeil, Cup of Joe Canada. Feel free to hit me up. Twitter is at Cup of Joe Canada, and you can email me at averagejoe@cupofjoecanada.com.